king of the AFC West. The Kansas City Chiefs' reign of supremacy is over. For the first time since 2015, the AFC West has a new division winner. The new sheriffs in town, Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos.
You know the old saying.
Is this a new version of Bo Knows?
You know the old saying: a blind squirrel runs into a nut every now and then.
Do they though? I mean, this was no mistake, Mosby. I just want you to understand this. Was
I
not a new
know, John. It's been brewing since 2015. I know it's no mistake. It's been building since 2015.
I'm talking about them being as good as they are.
It only took a great mixture of freaking everything that you could think go wrong for the Chiefs go wrong. The Chargers losing both of their star outside tackles and all that stuff.
Hey.
You know, it's just hey, good job on winning your division title. Doesn't mean crap.
Have the
You still
Chiefs
gotta go
really
win in
won
the
it
fight.
since 2015?
Yes, every year.
9 in a row.
9 in a row.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, like I said, this was no accident.
When did Mahomes come to
This
the
is
league?
not one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Mahomes came in his first year starting
Sean
was
Payton is a
2018.
genius.
The Chiefs have the second longest run of division title wins after New England and Tom Brady.
So this was mind blowing, and this is just the NFL. You said it before; it's the greatest. What do you call it? Soap opera. One of the greatest soap operas. Most wins last season. Result this season: Chiefs won 15 last year. They're eliminated. Lions 15 wins. They're eliminated. Eagles 14 wins. They clinched the NFC East. Vikings 14 wins. They're eliminated. Bills 13 clinched the playoff spot, which they might be the 7th seed. Is that right? And the
might be the 7th seed.
Commanders with 12 wins last year, and they're eliminated.
What's the one common thing between those 4 teams? Other than being eliminated?
Injuries.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
100, and you're talking
and
more
the
than
Chiefs,
one
and
or two.
I will be the first to admit the Chiefs have got lucky with the injury bug every year. Even that first year that Mahomes got hurt, looked nasty. Well, it was only a game and a half. We just popped it back in place. We were good. He could have came back that game. They've got lucky with the injury bug. And, you know, what's part of it, you talk to anybody, I love listening to some of the old Bill Pullman and stuff. He says, like, well, hey, you beat the injury bug, you're going to have a successful team.
That's what I was going to say.
do
To win
things right.
anything, just like I say in fantasy, you have to have some luck to win fantasy. Same thing in the league. You have to be lucky with injuries. You got to have like, okay, here's the best example, and we're going to go college here, but OU won it in 2000. Hardly any injuries.
Yeah.
Right. Go through all the other chances they had to win a national championship.
And they had a key injury.
You can name 1 or 2 massive injuries.
Well, the crazy part about this is more than 1 or 2. You know, obviously we know how many injuries the Chiefs has had, but like the one thing coming into the season,
Daniels,
the Lions, everybody was like, "Is Ben Johnson going to be a big loss?" Well, then the season they're like, "Oh, their offense looks terrible." Ben Johnson. Well, when you lose Sam Laporta, when you have games missing offensive linemen, and then your whole secondary at one point in mid part of the season, every single member of your secondary is off the practice squad and special teams. You know, that is the recipe for disaster. You can only overcome so many injuries, and the Chiefs have had multiple. The Lions have had multiple. He mentioned, you know, Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel. You know, the running backs, they were kind of hit and miss. Offensive line, defensive players. The Commanders had the same injury bug that all the others did, and then of course the Vikings. You lose McCarthy. You know, you have some injuries on defense and offensive line.
Well, Aaron Jones was out for a while.
I mean, what do you expect to happen? And that's what sucks. You know, I mean, you're like, oh well, we give Mosby
a team not on this list, but if they don't have the injury, they probably win that division. The Bengals with Joe Burrow.
100%.
If he don't miss all those games, with how those teams didn't pull away, they probably win that division.
I mean Joe Flacco had a couple had him in a couple
You know,
games, and
Tampa Bay, if Tampa Bay don't have all those injuries, they might be running away with that division. Well, they may not even make the playoffs now.
Yep.
Now, speaking of Ben Johnson, this game was bonkers. I
Phenomenal game.
mean, back and forth and back and forth, and
I thought I thought we were watching Dallas Cowboys' defense go against each other. You know,
good
just
Lord.
You know
I
the crazy
mean,
part about it is
since
the defenses didn't play terrible. This is just how good these offenses are.
defenses play terrible.
defense
Hang
played
tight.
terrible, Joe.
I mean,
I don't. They
you
played
couldn't
awful.
listen. No, what I'm obviously they
There
scored a lot
was
of points.
there
They
was
put up a lot of
there
yards.
was two good defensive plays in this. The pick six, and then the pressure on that last play of the game to keep the Bears out of the end zone. There was two good defensive plays. That was it.
So when I'm just hang tight. I mean, we're not playing Dallas Cowboy terrible where there wasn't a secondary, a corner at 20 yards in sight, whatever. No, these were two offenses that were just firing on all cylinders. You had, I mean, two offensive play callers. You could say this was a Ben Johnson versus I just drew a blank. Kyle Shanahan. These two were the ones going
Hey,
head to head.
did he draw Blake kind of like he did on his favorite Christmas song?
I
Couldn't remember the words.
almost said Schottenheimer, and obviously Dallas isn't in here, but it was like one of those things where, I mean, you couldn't stop these offenses. Didn't matter what they did. Caleb Williams has proven that he's not a bust, and I think that has a lot to do with Ben Johnson as well. But
I'm going to be
You
honest with
mentioned
you. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. As a fan in games, I'd rather watch games like these than a
yeah.
10-7 game.
Yeah,
I
oh,
would
yeah,
rather
the
watch.
atmosphere is boring as crap.
I would I would rather watch games like this all day.
I'm gonna ask you a question, John, because you had mentioned you said hang tight, and that's usually your cue for hey, just let me talk here. I'm gonna explain myself and make sense, and it still didn't because you remember when Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes played against each other in college? Remember all the points they put up?
mm-hmm.
Okay, were people saying afterwards, well, the defenses didn't play bad. It was just really good offensive play
Well,
callers.
and that's not even what I'm saying. I mean, obviously, yes, they put up a lot of yards and a lot of points, right? But what I'm talking about is you have two of the best offensive minds in the NFL. That I mean, obviously, it doesn't matter what that defense is doing on the field. They have a play to counteract because they know what each other's doing on both sides of the ball. I mean, yeah, you had a couple big plays down the field, but a lot of this was just underneath routes. You had CMC, you had Kendrick Bourne, you had, I mean, one of the big thing, Tungus. Um, I mean, this guy right here was playing chess. I mean, this son of a gun was slinging the ball all over the field, but it was all short and intermediate routes. He was playing
He
against their
wasn't. He
coverage.
was. It just goes back to like what I said when the Chiefs played Dallas. Any quarterback's going to look good if you don't pressure the quarterback. There was zero pressure from any team in either this game, and
It,
I think it's going to bite. Both of these teams are going to be in the playoffs and going to be exciting, but it's going to bite each one of these teams in the playoffs
One of the best
if
plays
they.
in the game, one of the best plays I've seen all year was off of being pressured and pushed out of the pocket, rolling to his left, stops, goes back, goes forward, whatever, and then makes a stupid dump pass to Juszczyk and or whatever Kyle, whatever Juszczyk in the end zone. That was one of the best plays I've ever seen.
It,
I mean,
yeah, and I'm not discounting. They both played well. Both quarterbacks played well. Offenses played well. I mean, they did. It's obvious they scored 80 points combined, but also the defenses played terrible.
Did not play well. No.
And both can be true. I'm not saying well, and even Justin last week he mentioned numerous times, being the Niner fan that he is, that our defense is not very good. He made that very clear. Our defense is not very good. It just is what it is. Now, I do want to ask you about this though, because this game coming up is kind of massive. We're going to start off with this. Sam Darnold's first quarterback in the history of the National Football League to have back-to-back 13-win seasons with two different teams. Okay, now we could go on and on about what we just saw with him and the Panthers. Panthers just didn't play well, and got beat whenever they, again, goes back to that winning franchise thing, not taking care of business. But it's not like the Seahawks are chumps like they should have won. I picked the Seahawks. But that brings us to the Niners versus the Seahawks for the number 1 seed in the NFC. Who wins, guys? Is it at San Fran?
It's at San Fran. I mean, what are the Seahawks? 13-3.
Yeah, they're are they 13-3 or 12-4?
I think they're 13-3. I think San Fran's 12-4.
Okay.
So they lost their opening game against San Francisco. They lost one to the Rams, and I don't know who else they lost to. I mean,
who wins this game?
Man, it's gonna be obviously one of the better games of the weekend, but I think it's San Fran.
They lost to the Niners 17-13. They lost to the Rams 21-19. And they lost to the Buccaneers 38-35.
So they are 10 points away from being undefeated.
That's wild.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've kind of overlooked the Seahawks this whole year.
Oh, absolutely.
But they just keep winning, dude. Like, I mean,
me too. Me too.
I'm gonna go Seattle, because they literally are 10 points away from being undefeated.
That's
without a number 1 running back.
Yeah, it's like Ken Walker's good, but against the Panthers, what was his name? Charbonnet, right?
Yeah.
Charbonnet.
He cooked us.
I'm gonna pick Seattle just because I apologize that I've kind of overlooked them all year and just really, I've been kind of familiar with your game, but not really after seeing that you're about 10 points away from being undefeated the whole year. I mean,
I have got to apologize, he said.
Yeah.
So you think Seahawks get the 1 seed? John thinks that the Niners will take it. It's tough for me. I can't believe that the Seahawks are favored 1.5 at San Fran.
Here's the thing: if Carolina wins, they play the loser of this game.
I know it. Or if the Falcons win. Which, by the way, that's going to bring us to our next talking point here. The battle of the divisions. What a week 18 we have in store. Ravens versus the Steelers for a playoff spot to win the division, and the Buccaneers and Bryce Young and the Panthers.
Let's talk about the Bucs and Panthers first, because I got something to talk about with that Ravens-Steelers game that doesn't have necessarily have anything to do with those two teams.
Saturday is the game. Panthers versus the Buccaneers. Panthers just beat the Buccaneers.
I got the Panthers, baby. Panthers.
You said that.
I think the Bucs. I think the Bucs are in trouble. I think even if the Bucs somehow pull it out, I think they need to move on from their coach.
Yeah.
I think it's just the Bucs are in trouble.
Buccaneers are 2.5-point favorites. It's at Tampa, 3:30 on Saturday.
I think the Panthers are going to win. I think they got it.
John, what do you think?
I would like to say the Buccaneers, just because I love what Baker does, but I think right now they need to a whole new makeover on that coaching staff, because they have a lot of talent, and the fact that they're even in this position is starting out 7-1 and it is beyond me, or whatever it was that they started. They started off hot, one of the best teams in the NFL. But I think Carolina's going to win this game. This team is just in shambles right now in Tampa. It's crazy.
Panthers are, again, a coin flip. You have no idea. But I have liked what I've seen out of Bryce Young. He's played well, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about it. Me and Mosby talked about it.
Analysis has been good for him.
Yeah, he has. And me and Mosby said, asked me the hypothetical question, is Bryce the guy? I mean, I think you can't get any better guy right now.
A good comparison I think you can maybe if you're a Panthers fan and compare, is Alex Smith with the Chiefs.
C.J. Stroud.
No, not that to that level. C.J.
No,
Stroud's a dog.
no. I'm just talking. They have the same game. I mean, they're not.
I think if you're the Panthers, you look at it as we can be Alex Smith with the Chiefs and get to the playoffs and have a chance to win every one of those games.
Yeah, and
It's
that's how the Panthers have won. They've had to have a good running game, good defense, and game manager. Besides Cam Newton, when he took over that 1 year, but I'm gonna pick the Panthers just because I have to. Like last week, but let's say they lose. The Falcons
Atlanta
versus
wins.
the Saints. Do the Falcons beat the Saints in Week 18 to still send the Panthers to the playoffs?
No chance.
And I don't know because I just told you the other day that I think if the Saints start this kid earlier, the Saints might be winning this division.
You know what's really funny? I saw some guy put this on X, and he said how ironic would it be if the Buccaneers beat the Panthers to go make them 8-9, make the Buccaneers 8-9, and then the Falcons somehow beat the Saints to go 8-9 to send the Panthers to the playoffs, even though the Saints might be the best team in the division.
That's true.
Listen, I think the Saints got their quarterback, guys.
I do too. I'm just telling you, when they drafted him, and Kellen Moore was like over the moon, like he just got freaking Aaron Rodgers, like Green Bay did, and in the first round. I'm sitting there going, who the heck and why?
Well, in the pre-draft process, there's a lot of talk that this guy could be the best quarterback prospect in this draft.
Well, there was some saying that, and then others going, you guys are dumb. Like Tyler Shuck, who? Why? Yeah, okay, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of a 50-50 mix. But yeah, no, I mean, there was guys that was all over this kid. Everybody thought they reached on this kid, and he come out and was straight balling.
So I'm gonna say the Panthers win this game. Again, I have to say this disclaimer all the time. I don't feel good about it because if you're asking me who's the better roster, I think the Buccaneers probably have a better roster, but they're not playing well. So I'm gonna go the Panthers. Now, Mosley, I want you to go ahead and lead this off. You said you had something to talk about. Ravens versus the Steelers for the division.
I'm gonna go to Steelers because I think the Ravens are beat up, and that will lead me to my point that there's a certain quarterback that's going to be in the playoffs. That if the Steelers win, there will be no Lamar, there will be no Joe Burrow, and there will be no Patrick Mahomes in the AFC playoffs. And if this quarterback doesn't finally get to the Super Bowl, he needs to be held to a standard where he gets torched earth about dropping the ball and needs to quit getting the pass about, he's American's darling. If Josh Allen doesn't make a run, if the Steelers win, which I think the Steelers will win, if he doesn't make a freaking run to the Super Bowl, he needs to be crucified. Crucified, because you will not have no Joe Burrow, you will not have no Lamar Jackson, you will not have no Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. The three teams that have beat you and you can't get by in the playoffs, you will not have those three quarterbacks in the playoff if Lamar doesn't make it there. So if the Steelers beat the Ravens, which I think the Steelers will, Josh Allen, to me, it's Super Bowl or bust, or the talk about you being the best player in the NFL needs to be freaking buried and put away because if you can't make a run in this playoffs without your arch enemies being in it, you need to just go home and just reevaluate. And you just need to the talk of you being the best in the NFL is put to bed and buried and never brought up ever again.
John, you got something to say about that?
Yeah, we're not going to have to worry about it because Josh Allen's going to do what he has to do. But I think
he showed it against the Eagles, and now he's going to have to be the 7th seed. So.
You say that, but also look what they did in the defense shut down Philly in the second half, and what in the heck they almost.
Hey,
back and win
awesome.
the
Shut him
game.
down.
But
Shut him down the second half.
the
Almost came back. But what's your favorite saying, John? If my aunt had a,
yeah, no, I
she'd
get
be
it.
my
She'd be
uncle.
my uncle. But
But awesome.
the crazy
Almost, but almost don't count,
the
right? They
crazy
don't
thing
count.
about it is I think just this past week, and I don't know what happened in Baltimore, but maybe they got rid of they overcame some memory loss or whatever, because unlocking Derrick Henry and giving them the football is a recipe to win in Baltimore. I know you got Lamar, but man, you feed the guy the ball and let him run, and the guy can still run. Now he's not going to run away
Well,
with everybody
there is
like he used
there is a
to, but
little side to that game.
uh,
Green Bay already had the playoff spot clinched. Green Bay knew they couldn't improve
no, I
their
get it, but they need to
standings, so they.
feed the guy the ball, feed Derrick Henry the ball, let him run, and I mean they're going to run right into the playoffs.
Derrick Henry entered the top 10 in all-time rushing leaders. He is at 12,740 yards rushing. He had the second highest fantasy point scoring game of his career.
Mm-hmm.
He
And
went
who'd you
off.
play? And who'd you play against this week in fantasy,
I
Brett?
sure did play against him, and I played against Drake May and got cooked. Cooked.
Oh my!
But Derrick Henry, how many more years does this guy go, guys?
I mean, he's got a few left in him. You see, this year he has lost a step, but
I
he's
don't
still
know if
got
it's
some juice
necessarily
in the tank.
I don't know if it's necessarily lost a step. I think it's just there ain't been no other threat. I mean, you got your quarterback that can't stay healthy, and your quarterback ain't been no rushing threat like he usually has. Which me and Ben have talked about for a few years. You take those legs away from Lamar,
Yeah,
and
you can't throw the ball.
eventually time catches up, and maybe is that what we're seeing a little bit? Is Lamar getting hurt and getting not
So
not staying as healthy?
I remember, and this was his career stats here, but I remember those
Holy
first
moly!
years when he had DeMarco Murray.
TCU just beat USC in overtime.
Oh, poor Lincoln. Um, he had DeMarco Murray, so he wasn't starting there early. And I,
Mm-hmm.
I thought everybody at that point they were all talking like, well, Derrick Henry, he's not going to be much. He was just a big college running back. And I heard hearing in fantasy terms, people are like, well, I don't know. 2018, when he's 24 years old, he started 12 games, had 1,000 yards, 4.9 average. Okay, had that 99-yard touchdown. 2019 is when he really broke on. Now he wasn't a chump in 2016. He had 4.5 in average. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
imagine if they would have been giving him the ball, 250 times, which would have been about 125 more carries. What he'd be now? Where would he be on the all-time list? I
I
mean,
mean, he'd be getting close.
you're talking about him passing probably Eric Dickerson here. You're probably
Mm-hmm.
talking
He's
Jerome
probably
Bettis.
right on Barry's heels.
These
Adrian.
Curtis Martin or Frank Gore, some of the most underrated freaking running back. I just have so much admiration for them because to
After
see the names of Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, Adrian Peter, all the LaDainian Tomlinson, and then you see Frank Gore and Curtis Martin thrown in there. You just kind of forget how good they were.
Frank Gore
Well,
was Mr. Consistency.
oh
I mean, he did have some injuries there early on.
LT
But
CMC before CMC.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
if he could have played a little bit longer, my goodness.
Yeah.
Danny Thomason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Ravens. I think the Ravens win it. But here's something else that was kind of interesting. I saw this tweet. Lamar can either go out like KD and win a bunch of stuff, or he can stay in Baltimore and end up like Cam Newton. We've seen this before. What they're saying is it possible he's not a Raven next year?
I think the situation's got to be perfect around him for him to be able to win the big one. I don't think Lamar has the arm to carry a team, and I think as you saw with Cam Newton and stuff, I think the legs are going to start going the longer he plays and the longer he gets beat up. Lamar's going to have to be in a perfect situation for him to be able to go over the top. I just think he just does not have the firepower in the arm to change his trajectory of his career, kind of
It's
like we've
funny.
seen some of these other.
It's funny you asked this question because I was watching some things on TikTok and on X and doing a lot of pre-draft stuff for in the NFL and already um, there's rumors and they've not mentioned any names, of course, but rumors of a top tier quarterback being traded this offseason. And the name that's being tossed around is this one right here, to the New York Jets, because they've got all the draft capital in the world. They can go get him. But one of the deals, some of some NFL backs are that is a very possibility.
Is that a good fit for Lamar?
Probably.
I don't really think it is.
I'm probably not. No, but if somebody, they've got how many draft picks? If they come and offer a package of picks, why would they not take it? Why would they not?
If you were the Carolina Panthers, would you take Lamar right now?
Yeah.
You got a good run game. That's to me, that's more of a fit than the Jets.
That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting one, because you're talking about paying money now. You're paying a pretty big chunk there for Lamar. Are you getting, because Lamar's a guy where you're expecting him to be injured 1, 2, 3 games out of the year,
probably.
So it's the type of injuries this year that concerns me. That lower back and that hamstring. And you've seen the tackle when he got tackled against the Chiefs. You're like, just looked like a normal tackle. It put him out for 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah,
like it's just.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, again, I say this all the time. Running quarterbacks like this, once they lose their legs,
you take their legs away.
You've seen it already with Michael Vick.
Vick, Cam Newton. You're going to see it with Josh Allen. Ooh,
Michael Vick could throw the ball 10 times better than Lamar ever thought about.
Hey, John, what do you think Josh Allen is without his legs?
Still the best quarterback in the NFL.
Very average. Very average. You go look. Josh Allen's not even the Bills' best player, because when James Cook has great games, the Bills have success. When you shut James Cook down, the Bills don't have success.
Guess what happened last week? James Cook
on the ball.
Oh, James Cook didn't have success, and that offense looked very pedestrian. Josh couldn't make a wide open throw. But
here's the craziness of this. Projecting the NFC's seeding. I can't remember when I saved this, so it might have changed now. But here's what we're looking at. This is wild, because the Niners have a 51% chance to be the 1 seed, but they also have a 40% chance to be the 6 seed. The Seahawks 49% to be the 1 seed, 21% to be the 5 seed, 30% to be the 6 seed. The Bears have a 60% chance to be the 2 seed. They have a 40% chance to be the 3 seed. So they're a 2 or 3. And then the Eagles are flip-flop there, 2 or 3. And then, of course, you have the Buccaneers, Panthers, 54% or 46%. That's the only chance they get to go. And then the Rams are a 70% chance to be the 5 seed. And then Packers have the 7 seed.
No, Tracy. That is
what?
Not.
So the only chance. What'd she say?
She's lost her mind. She don't know NFL logos.
Yeah, Tracy, if he had good taste, he would. But the only chance the Rams have to be the 5 seed is if San Francisco loses.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. This might have changed. I can't remember when I saved it, but needless to say, this is wild to even think that the Packers are the 7 seed, just like the Bills might be the 7 seed in the AFC. I feel like these playoffs are loaded, boys. And then, obviously this is because the NFC South gets the 4 seed. Obviously, that's why this is happening. But still, and same thing with the Ravens and Steelers. But it's
you could. Green Bay is going to be the 7 seed. You're going to have San Fran or Rams as the 6 seed, or you're going to have San Fran or Seahawks as the 5 seed. Oh, hey, great! You're the 2 seed. Congratulations! You get to go play Green Bay. Hey, you're the 3 seed. Congratulations! You get to go play the Rams, San Fran, or Seattle. It's just
you want that 5 seed is what you want.
100%.
Yeah.
You want
unless you're
the
unless you're the Rams because you got ran through by the Panthers.
Yeah, and they did get beat to that game last night was wild too.
Oh my goodness.
Made a little money on that one too. So yeah, that just it kind of shows you the disparity of the playoffs right now. But hypothetically, this is what a 32 team NFL playoff expansion would look like. And again, this is I can't remember when I saved this, but I obviously this will never happen. But do you want to know how fun this would be?
Oh, this would be
it'd be great. It'd be great.
Hey, the Cowboys make the playoffs every year. I'm okay with it.
Oh yeah.
This would be so fun. I mean, look at some of the matchups: Broncos, Raiders, Colts, Ravens. I mean, God, it'd be so fun.
Chiefs are losing the first round.
Well,
because we don't have a freaking ACL on our first or second string quarterback.